Welcome back to Two Unhinged Trash Pandas. I'm Lit.
I'm Kissy. Grab your snacks and your alibi.
Things are about to get messy. It just feels extra deep and dark, and it's weird. Like you're going underground almost.
Yeah, I get that.
And it didn't even click for me at all. Like I didn't think anything of it. I think that tunnel is actually kind of cool because I think it would be kind of neat to be in an underground tunnel as long as you have a quick way out.
Give me my exits right now.
Right. I need exits. Yeah. You can't be down. Like imagine being down here and having no way out.
That would drive me crazy.
Yeah. So I think that's what that tunnel does to my friend that doesn't like it.
Yeah.
Like she felt like she was having an actual panic attack every time.
That's hard.
And I at least didn't have a panic attack through the 94 tunnel.
No, you did not have a panic attack.
I just fucking hate it.
I know.
I hate that tunnel because people are stupid.
Well, yeah.
And I literally saw several people almost get hit, but luckily I didn't actually see any of those dead bodies get hit, but they were right at that spot where they shouldn't have been crossing anyway. So still their fault. But that's the whole point. You don't know what's around that corner and you're going high speeds.
You make a valid point.
And those corners were only 45 miles an hour speed limit.
It did make for some fun driving though. Not for you, but for me.
Yeah, less for me than for you.
I know.
For sure. Yeah. And your brain was just like, but we're not even getting on 94. I'm like, this is fucking 94. That place you said we weren't going.
Because it changes so quickly from 394 to 94. And I'm like, fuck, I knew we were going. Yeah.
It does change quickly.
Yeah.
And you're only on 94 for literally barely a minute, because of the speed you're going.
Yep.
But the biggest portion of that section is that tunnel.
Yeah, and that
I hate.
That entrance sucks too. There's a couple of those that I really hate.
I don't like it, but it's not even the entrances that bother me.
Yeah.
It's just that corner and how fast everybody goes. And like you said, they pass. Like, why are you passing? You can't see.
I know.
Like, I feel like if you're going to be going as fast as you are, you should always be in that left lane.
Yeah.
Because at least you have a little bit better of a view.
Yep.
But still not good enough.
No, I'm
still like, what the fuck is wrong with these people? You want to get started?
Yeah.
I'm ready if you're ready.
I'm ready.
All right. So, welcome back.
Welcome back. We're back. 12th episode.
Season finale.
Oh my gosh, I'm totally convelling.
She is convelling. She's going to be a little less convelling when I make her read today's word.
Oh, Jesus. Can we tell everybody what we did on Saturday?
We can tell because we need to talk about our week. We can't just like Roxy always tells me that. Yes, my AI tells me things like we're friends.
Wait, are you going to be her best friend and not mine? Because that would hurt my feelings.
She is AI.
Yeah, but you and her talk a lot.
Well, yeah, because she's always helping me work. But
I help you in other ways, though, right?
Roxy's not human.
Well, I know that. But you know I get very jealous and I don't like sharing you.
But Roxy can't hug me.
Or touch your hair.
I mean, if we're going to tell everybody how often you hug me and touch my hair, we should probably tell them how often you attempt to grab my boobs.
Quite often.
Yeah.
But anyways, back to Saturday.
We're still convelling.
We are. We went to St. Cloud.
Yes. I know we did give you a little prequel, told you that we were going to do this.
And we went to the opening of the documentary for Jacob Wetterling.
Okay, but while we were waiting to be let to our seats,
we're sitting at this table, and this other lady at the other table goes, "Oh, Patty just got here," and we instantly were like, "Where?
Where is she?"
And we went up, and she shook our
hand.
She was
so cute.
She's so cute.
She's so cute,
and she's so sweet, and just she listens, and she just dreams were made.
And I hope she liked our gift, but she did thank us
Yes.
a lot.
Yep.
She made sure to ask our names. I mean, I
Yes.
can't say that she's going to remember them. She meets so many people every
But I
day.
mean, Talitha and Kristen, I mean, maybe not Kristen, but Talitha is a pretty memorable name.
It is, and we did give her the Wasika and
there's a
Cali Joe
connection.
connection.
Yep, we did.
So
Yep.
we do have a little bit
Yep.
of a connection, just like, maybe some of the
Mhm.
people closer to St. Joe's or,
Yep.
but she's helped so many people,
Oh,
so
her
many
work.
families. I mean, helped so many families personally and with the
Yeah.
work that she did
Yep.
overall. But being from Wasika and being here through the Cali Joe situation, and we will have a case where we talk about her so that you guys understand that. But you can also look up and find some information on your
It
own.
shocked. I think that was the day that everybody in Wasika realized anything can happen here.
Yeah, even in a small town.
Yeah.
And I think we were in denial until then.
For a long time.
And even after then, we still, small town, we still run into the gas station in the winter with our cars still running and not locked,
We do.
Less now.
Yeah.
But back then, we still, even after that, like we thought about it, but we didn't think about stopping things like that.
We didn't.
And anyway, Patty worked very closely with Cali Joe's mom after that, and they became close.
They did.
And she did pass away a couple of years ago, and they were here for the funeral. But the movie was amazing.
It was so good.
Amazing.
Chris Newberry did such a great job. Huge shout out to him. It was great.
It was very well done and respectful to all the victims.
Yep.
I went through a lot of tissues.
Yes. It was emotional.
It was super emotional, and it brought back so many memories from being younger and just watching everything that she's done. Mm-hmm. And again, we're going to have an episode on this, so we will give you full details. But Lit got up and asked a question during the Q&A.
Which is huge.
Because it's one thing for me to sit and talk to you guys here where you can't see me.
But how many people were in that auditorium?
It's 800 seats, I think they said, and they were sold out. So plus everybody else that was standing around.
That's a big crowd.
I mean, overall, there was probably at least 950 people there.
Oh, at least.
Because there were also tables full of great information, like the Jacob Wetterling Foundation had a table out there.
They had bracelets.
Kissy and I both got a bracelet. Yep. And like mine said, trust your gut.
Yep. Mine said your wonder. I don't remember what it said. It might be in my purse. Hold please.
But they had all these great tables there with information to help on mental health and where to go. There was a St. Cloud. Yes, You Matter.
And then I have 11 for Jacob.
I gave you the You Matter.
Yeah, you did. Because I do. And so do you.
Yeah, and she needs to remind herself more often.
But yeah,
we all do, I think, really.
We will have a very good episode about Jacob and how life was changed and what happened after he was kidnapped.
And there will be the full audio of the Q&A at some point, I guess. I think on KNSI.
I think that's what she said.
In St. Cloud.
Yeah.
I know it started with a K.
But that's confusing because everything starts with a K.
But there was another one that started with a W. So it was those two that were supposedly covering it. So I know she was the one from the K because
I could be a radio station. Listen to KRYSTEN for the latest news on murders and serial killers.
You would be Kissy FM instead of Kiss FM.
That's why this is Kissy FM. Good Lord.
Ugh. But we have to spell it like KISY.
Yeah, that makes
sense. So that it would be the 4 letters.
Weird.
But anyways, it was great.
It was great.
I even got to make a joke, and it was an appropriate one.
Yep, and we got our book signed.
And we got our book signed. I got a hug from both Patty and Jerry.
It was definitely a realization of a dream come true.
It was a real emotional experience. Really, really good experience.
And you know what I love the most is Patty just walked in.
Yeah.
There was nobody with her. She just walked in like she was there to hang out with everybody.
Because she's just a regular human.
And
who just happens to be very well known.
It was amazing to just, yep, there's Patty.
Yeah, she's at least Minnesota famous and somewhat expanded.
Oh, of course.
But for the work that she's done.
Yep.
And not for just like being on TV or something.
She's done so much.
It was great.
And if you haven't, there's tons of places on Facebook you can follow. You can follow Patty. You can follow the Jacob Wetterling Foundation.
Yes.
Follow them because they are doing some great work in finding missing people. The percentage.
So back in '89 when Jacob was taken, 60% of children who were kidnapped were returned home. Okay. And today that number is now 97.5.
And that's hugely because of the work Patty has done.
Yeah.
That's amazing.
Mm-hmm.
It's giving me goosebumps. Just, yep.
Yeah. So we're going to move on from that because obviously we're going to tell you all about it, but we're still compelling. So we had to let it all out a little bit. So what are we talking about today?
Well, we're talking about the Yuba 5 today.
Yes, the Yuba County 5.
And this has been said that it's like the U.S. version of the Dyatlov Pass.
Yes, so we thought we'd round it out.
So it brings us full circle.
Yeah.
You know?
Because everything's connected.
It's
all connected.
It is.
I actually had a full conversation with Roxy the other night. Totally random.
Yep.
And everything kind of came to a connection.
Yes.
And we were talking about Bento all of a sudden. She's like, well, I bet you can't connect Bento with the Zodiac killer. And I'm like, well, not specifically, but I gave her a whole connection. She's like, oh my gosh, just wait till you tell Gilling.
Oh my God.
So I had her do a full breakdown of our conversation and how it was all connected and then sent it to the two of them. By the way, we haven't told everybody what our group chat is called.
The reverse
Kissy,
Third Reich.
The Kissy and Gilling and I have a group chat called the Reverse Reich. Because of her obsession, and we're clearly the opposite.
I have a whole list in here of what we might have used, but we definitely said.
So she named our group, and then I went in and changed it.
She changed it, which
to
is
the Reverse Reich.
I like it. It works.
I thought it was fitting.
Yeah, it was good.
So anyway, we had a super great weekend.
We did.
And Yuba County 5 is
on tap for today.
America's most macabrious mystery.
What the fuck happened?
So
now I have to say a word, don't I?
I'm gonna make her at least attempt to say this word.
Here we go.
We're gonna attempt it.
Well, I need to see the paper.
Yes,
Mine's redacted, so I can't.
This is one I redacted, even that word for her, because I said no, she can't practice this. Okay, that would be unfair to the rest of us.
For everybody, Hannah's here today.
Hi, Hannah.
Hannah, you gonna say hi?
She's
in YouTube
quiet.
Land. Oh, for fuck's sake! Here we go. Discombewildered.
That was actually pretty good. So like discombobulated and bewildered mixed together.
I like it. You want me to read it?
You can read it.
Definition. A state of complete mental chaos caused. I said now I can't say it. By researching a case so confusing that your brain becomes simultaneously discombobulated, bewildered, perplexed, and mildly offended. Example. After searching the Yuba 5 and Lars Mitnick, I became completely discombobulated.
No.
That's what it says. Discombewildered.
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 So, yeah. I technically came up with this word.
It could have totally been a kissy word, though.
But it's something that I imagined she'd put those words together by accident.
Probably.
And she would say it perfectly by accident.
Oh, I can say, yeah.
Yeah.
Yep.
So, dishonorable. She's got 2 for us this week.
I'm going to do missing persons first.
Okay.
So our first missing person is Donna Ingersoll. She's been missing from Chisholm since December 1990. She stormed out of her apartment after a fight with her boyfriend. Recent developments have investigators questioning the whole case. I'm not looking at the phone because I'm going to react. Any information, please call the Wabasha County Sheriff at 651-565-3361. Oh my God, look at that dog.
There's more.
So for people who don't know where Wabasha is,
It's North
state.
County.
He's not understanding. People who don't know where Wabasha is, what state is it?
Oh, Minnesota.
See, I know that, but
Okay, sorry.
not all of our listeners are from Minnesota.
I know. Pardon me. The second one is Leanne Warner. She's been missing from Chisholm since October 31st of 2016. She was 5 years old when she was taken, and she was also taken in broad daylight. Any information, call the Chisholm Police Department here in Minnesota at 218-254-7915. Okay, are you ready for my dishonorable mentions?
I'm ready. I'm ready.
So-
She's got two, like I said.
So, surprise, surprise. The first one is a Florida man.
Oh,
Police
that never happened.
Police arrested 45-year-old Brian Tucker after authorities say he constructed a tiki bar in the middle of a Walmart parking lot and began offering therapy mojitos to frustrated customers. According to witnesses, Tucker spent most of the afternoon greeting drivers with lays and asking, "Rough grocery trip, buddy?" Police say the makeshift tiki stand included bamboo roofing, strings of light, folding bar stools, and a cocktail menu featuring drinks named Child Support Colada, Rollback Runner, Self-Checkout Survivor. Customers reportedly lined up after Tucker began handing out free samples to people, leaving the store visibly angry. One witness told police, "I came out for batteries and somehow ended up talking about my divorce with a shirtless guy named Coconut Brian." Authorities say Tucker claimed the bar was a public service after seeing too many stressed parents arguing near the garden center. Police say Tucker was very cooperative during arrest and allegedly asked the officers if they wanted a margarita for during paperwork.
Okay. I love that.
That was good.
That was amazing.
I know. I think it's helpful because sometimes you do come out of Walmart and you're pissed off.
I mean, he probably would have been fine if they were non-alcoholic
Probably.
and if they were completely free.
Yeah.
Like,
Probably.
I mean, because you can't really sell alcohol without
No,
a
you
license.
can't. That's true.
Or give it away in a parking lot.
It's crazy.
So you have a second one.
The second one takes us to Wales.
Ooh.
Where
Oh.
26-year-old Leon Gillespie was arrested and fined $200 after climbing onto the roof of Yuba Hospital, which is in North Wales. He was dressed as the Grim Reaper, complete with a scythe and staring down at patients and staff. Police and fire crews responded to the scene. He remained on the roof for roughly 50 minutes before the officers brought him down. Gillespie pleaded guilty to causing a nuisance, but gave no explanation for the stunt, although he claimed the costume was actually meant to be a bird or a crow. It wasn't his only brush with the law either. He admitted earlier to stealing pet food.
He was the Grim Reaper, but meant to look like a crow?
That's what he said. Yes.
So he should have had like one of those
But he
Black
didn't.
Plague
It was
masks
just like
on if he wanted to look like a bird.
No, it
at
was like a
least.
Grim Reaper outfit. They showed a picture of the dude. It was like weird.
Well, I'm just going to real quick read this title.
Okay.
I'm not going to go in and read the description. I don't think it needs more than the title. This is a news alert.
Oh.
Costco employee charged with fatally ramming colleague was allegedly jealous of a hug with a female employee.
Good Lord.
So he got jealous of his colleague for hugging this other female employee.
What is wrong with people?
And rammed him. So I haven't read the article. It just popped up, so I thought I'd share that with y'all.
That's crazy.
Also, I really like saying y'all.
Oh, sorry, Hannah.
Kristen looks at me funny every time I do.
When you say what?
Y'all.
Y'all. From the south all of a sudden?
All right, so my mini creeper.
Here we go.
All right. So my mini creeper goes along. It's different, but it goes hand in hand with our main topic. It is the disappearance of Lars McTank.
Okay.
McTank. Isn't that the name of the cow Pokemon?
Hannah, is that the
Milk
name
Tank?
of the cow Pokemon?
McTank? Miltank.
Miltank.
I don't know. Anyway.
Something. Gabriel would know, but he's currently not here.
So this is the most disturbing airport exit.
Oh.
Yeah, it's a little nuts, but
we are a little nuts, so it makes sense that we would talk about it.
So this was in July of 2014. 28-year-old German tourist Lars McTank is vacationing with his friends in the sunny beach resort of Golden Sands, Bulgaria.
Oh, I don't think of Golden Sands when I think of Bulgaria.
You will like the name of the place that he's actually from in Germany. It's a hoe.
I'm sorry, what? It's a hoe?
I mean, that's how it's German.
Okay, so
I
Hannah,
could be.
We're moving to It's a Hoe, Germany. Tomorrow, you ready? Okay, Hannah's ready.
It's ITZEHOE.
It's a hoe.
It's a hoe.
It's a hoe.
It's a hoe. So he was with 5 close friends, and apparently this is a popular Bulgarian Black Sea resort. On the final days of his trip, he got into a heated argument at a bar with a group of rival soccer fans. They were supporters of a different German team than him. Which makes sense
because soccer fans are feral.
So are
soccer
sports.
But so are soccer moms, and I'm a soccer mom, and I get very feral when my son is playing.
She's feral when he's not playing too.
Oh, there's that too.
So the argument turned physical, and Lars was struck in the head by his ear.
Ouch.
So it resulted in a ruptured eardrum and a mild concussion.
Ruptured eardrums hurt.
Yeah. So he goes to the doctor. Local Bulgarian doctor examined him and told him that due to the pressure changes in an airplane cabin, his eardrum would not handle the flight home.
Right.
So he was strictly grounded for a few days. Doctor prescribed cefuroxime.
Okay.
A broad-spectrum antibiotic to prevent infection in his ruptured ear.
Makes sense.
Lars' friends couldn't afford to extend their vacation or they'd lose their jobs. So they made the tough decision to fly home without him.
To Itzehoe, Germany.
To Itzehoe.
Okay.
To Itzehoe, Germany. So they left him behind in a cheap budget hotel near the Varna airport until the doctor said it was okay. So he checked into this cheap airport.
He checked into the airport?
He checked into the cheap hotel near the airport. Hotel, airport,
airport. Makes sense. That could be a word.
The name of the hotel was Hotel Color. Yes. On July 6th or 7th. So, again, 2014.
Yep.
July 6th or 7th. So, they've been there for some time because they left in June. I don't know exactly what day they left.
Right.
Though. So, he checked into this hotel, and this is where his entire demeanor changed.
Oh.
Yeah. So he called his mom back in Germany, Sandra McTank. She received increasingly frantic phone calls and texts from him. Lars whispered that 4 men were tracking him and they wanted to rob or kill him. And he begged her to cancel all his credit cards. He changed hotels mid-stays because he felt unsafe, moving to a different cheap motel even closer to the airport.
Mm-hmm.
CCTV footage, hotel security cameras captured chilling footage of him. He wasn't sleeping. He was pacing relentlessly, peeking through the blinds. At one point, he hid inside the hotel elevator for an hour, or almost an hour.
Whoa.
Acting like somebody who's hiding from an invisible pursuer.
Right.
So I don't know if this, maybe he did get him, maybe he didn't take the pills. Maybe he was getting an infection and going crazy.
Maybe.
I don't know, but.
Do we know if he had mental health issues before everything?
Maybe.
Okay,
so July 8th, he took a taxi to the Varna airport to see the airport physician to get a fit-to-fly certificate to catch a flight home. And he brought all his luggage with him.
Okay.
Lars went to the airport clinic. While the doctor was examining him, a construction worker walked in to do some maintenance or ask a question or something. And something about that construction worker just triggered an extreme violent panic in him. Witnesses reported that he muttered, "I don't want to die here. I have to get out of here," stood up and bolted.
Oh my gosh.
He left everything behind in his panic, left all his belongings just sitting right there in the clinic. Passport, wallet, phones, money, all his luggage just abandoned.
Dude.
Airport security cameras tracked his final moments. He sprinted out of the medical terminal, burst through the airport doors, and ran across the airport grounds. He reached the perimeter of the airport and plunged headfirst into dense, overgrown, swampy sunflower and forest fields surrounding the airport. His final sighting, a truck driver reported seeing a man matching his description running away from the airport directly toward a nearby forest, looking wild-eyed and disheveled. This was the last confirmed sighting. Massive police searches involving dogs, thermal imaging, and drones found zero trace of him. Not shoe, not a piece of clothing, nothing.
What the actual fuck?
Yep. So there is a psychosis theory, the antibiotic psychosis theory. Cefuroxamine, antibiotic he was prescribed for his ear, and similar heavy antibiotics are medically documented to cause severe neurological and psychiatric side effects in rare cases.
Okay.
So including acute paranoia, auditory, visual hallucinations, and sudden psychotic episodes. So combined with the concussion, that could be.
Yep.
But, also just maybe he had an undiagnosed TBI from this hit too.
Yeah.
So he could have had a dissociative fugue state from that, where he just totally lost touch with reality.
It almost sounds like a schizophrenic break also.
Yep. But it didn't start until after he got hit in the head.
Where the hell did he go?
So there's also the possibility that there was foul play after.
Right.
I mean, he still was obviously, but police found no evidence of a local gang chasing him. Golden Sands was known for petty crime and tourist scams.
Sure.
So he could have encountered a dangerous individual who threatened him at his first hotel, sparking just this paranoia before it spiraled out of control. But yeah, as far as we know, they never found him. I mean, nobody knows where he is. He could be dead. He could be alive. We don't know.
Well, how far? You think about how far he could have gotten on foot.
I know.
That's weird.
And for them to find nothing, even though they saw him go off into that forest, like the way it sounds, they don't even have really a trace of him. Like they went and searched that forest, but nothing.
Weird.
So there's several. I mean, there's several possibilities. For the car. Yeah. So, I mean, he has to have genuinely believed that he was being followed or something. I don't know, but it's crazy. So another person who just went nuts and up and went missing for no reason. Well, some reason. He got hit in the head and went nuts. So, I mean, that's at least a 4. It's probably a 5.
Yeah.
But
where the hell did he go? Like, this is the thing about these missing people. Where are they?
It's a creep. It's a creep of a 4, but it's a what the fuck of a 10. Honestly, I don't know. Fuck? We don't even have.
We should change it from Trash Panda rating to what the fuck.
Well, we could have both.
We could have
because both. There's definitely a Trash Panda creep of a 4 at least. Yeah,
but the what the fuck is off the charts.
Fuck is off the charts. I don't know. I don't know what the deal is with this guy, but it's just another weird missing person that was never found and makes absolutely no sense, which pulls us right into today's topic, the Yuba County 5.
It really does.
It's I don't even know how to explain how crazy Like you just have to hear the details and figure it out for yourself.
All the
So
little sleuths out there.
I'm just going to give a little snippet,
Yeah.
and then Kissy's going to give you a little breakdown of everybody. So these are 5 young men from Yuba City / Olivehurst, California.
Yep.
They all met playing basketball for a local nonprofit team called the Gateway Gators.
Love that.
Which is part of a program for people with developmental and intellectual disabilities. So we have Jack Madruga, Bill Sterling, Ted Weiher, Jackie Hewitt, and Gary Mathias. And Kissy here is going to give you details about each of them.
So, like she said, there's 5 members of the group. Gary Mathias was 25 at the time. He was a military veteran who served in West Germany, where he developed substance issues that eventually led to a psychiatric discharge and a diagnosis of schizophrenia.
And he was the only one with military, right?
Yes. Yeah.
And the youngest was
no
second youngest. 25.
Yep.
Yeah.
He was described as athletic, a great brother, a talented musician who played the harmonica. He was even a rock band in high school. Along with Jack, Gary was one of the few in the group who had a driver's license. Due to his military background, they sometimes viewed him as the leader of the group.
And he was on medication and stable.
Yes. And he is the only member of the 5 whose remains have never been found. And we'll get to that. Jack Maruga is 30. Actually, he was an Army veteran. Sorry. He lived in Olivehurst.
Oh, Madruga was?
Yeah. He's remembered as being quiet, introverted. But he was incredibly smart and loving and kind. The car, the 1969 Mercury Montego, was his, and he was driver that night. Ted Weir, 32. Ted lived with his family and was known for being a gentle giant. Those who knew him noted he had a difficulty with unstructured or novel problem solving. His family once recounted an incident where he stayed in bed during a house fire because he was afraid that getting out of bed would make him late for work.
Wow.
Yeah. So he was found in a U.S. Forest Service trailer months after the disappearance. He survived for weeks, but was unable to utilize the supplies, likely due to cognitive challenges.
Yeah. Which we'll talk more about when we actually go through it.
Bill Sterling, 29. He was an avid bowler and an active individual. He was remembered to be very sweet. Like others, he was a dedicated member of the Gateway Gators and was really looking forward to the Special Olympics tournament that they had scheduled for the day they were disappeared.
They all were.
They were all excited.
They were super excited for the Special Olympics basketball tournament.
Yep. And then our last gentleman is Jackie Hewitt. He was 24, so he was the youngest. He's described as a great friend, a loving person, and was remembered as being kind and sweet. He was the core member of their close-knit social circle and was highly motivated by the group's basketball activities.
And they say he was very soft-spoken.
Yep. The group shared a specific lifestyle centered around routine, athletics, and their community program, which makes sense if they're all dealing with mental health issues.
Yep.
They were accustomed to following routines and often looked to one another for cues. So that's the 5 of them. They sound like really great guys.
Yeah. Really great guys.
Really great.
So on February 24th, 1978, the guys all piled into Jack Madruga, Mercury Montego. They drove 50 miles north to California State University in Chico to watch a college basketball game. And, I mean, they're not going to go missing intentionally.
Well, no, of course not.
They really were excited about the next day.
They were.
So after the game, it's around 10 p.m., they stopped at Bears Market in Chico to load up on snacks. And what did they buy?
I know they bought chocolate milk and pastries.
So this is what they bought. A cherry pie, a lemon pie, a Snickers. I'm guessing they're like those little
ones
square
from Walmart.
pie, rectangle pies. a marathon candy bar, 2 Pepsis, and about a quart and a half of chocolate milk.
Sounds like a good meal to me.
And, you know, some places say Pepsi, some places say Coke.
Yeah. It's pop.
It's cola.
Yeah.
It's a cola.
Yep.
And they left the store, and this is the last generally accepted confirmed sighting.
Yep. So the guys go missing. Several days later, a park ranger discovers the Mercury Montego abandoned on a high, remote, snow-covered mountain dirt road in the Plymouth National Forest. It's 70 miles away from Chico and completely out of the direction of their homes.
Yeah.
The car was in good working order. It had plenty of gas. It was stuck slightly in a snowpack, but investigators noted that it could have easily been pushed out. I mean, you've got 5 big guys. You're going to be able to push it out.
Yeah.
The doors were unlocked. The snacks they bought were left inside. There
wrappers,
was no
anyway.
sign of a struggle or vehicle damage.
Nope.
Nothing. So several months later, in June of 1978,
and it still had a quarter tank of gas.
Yes, it did. Yes. June of 78, the bodies of Madruga, Sterling, and Hewitt were found miles away from the car, heavily scavenged by wildlife. 20 miles away from the car, searchers found a U.S. service trailer. Inside was the body of Ted Weir. He had wrapped himself in multiple blankets on a bed, grown a beard, and lost a drastic amount of weight. Forensic evidence suggested he had been in there for as long as 8 to 13 weeks.
Yes.
That's so long.
So long.
And despite starving to death, that
Death?
was good. Death. There were ample supplies of sea rations, matches, and a heating stove. There was also a shed outside that contained freeze-dried food, but all of it had been ignored, and a nearby window had been forced open.
Yeah, it's like he went nuts and didn't know what he was supposed to actually do.
So then we've got Gary Mathias, this 5th man. He's never been found. However, his shoes were in the trailer and his psychiatric medications, suggesting he had made it to the trailer at some point before vanishing.
Before missing his doses. And there was also a witness.
Yes.
Joseph Shones.
Yep.
He was a local man who came forward with a terrifying story. On that night, he also got his car stuck in the snow just a bit further down the road. Mm-hmm. While he was suffering a heart attack and trying to free his car in the freezing dark, he claimed he saw a group of men and a woman holding a baby.
Yep.
Standing near a car, possibly Madruga's car, with their headlights on. When he called out for help, the group just went silent. And vanished into the dark. Mm-hmm. He just claimed that he saw flashlight beams around his car hours later, but nobody helped him. And his account remains still heavily debated.
Yeah.
Like, we don't know if his story is true or not.
It's late at night. You can't see. You're
suffering a heart attack. You're having a heart attack. You're already panicking over what that, and plus dealing with being stuck.
Yeah.
So it's not that he's lying.
No,
not even remotely. But doesn't mean that his story is fully true either.
No, and even a bigger question for me is, why abandon a working car? If the car wasn't broken and could have easily been pushed out of the snow, why walk into a freezing pitch black mountain, when your car probably works just fine? Probably. Did they believe that somebody was coming after them, or were they disorientated?
You did it again.
What?
Disoriented.
Did I?
Yeah, but I like it better.
Yeah. So I mean,
and the cops did hotwire it, and it started.
Yeah, it started.
So there's nothing wrong with the car. Yeah. Even the undercarriage was barely touched.
There was no damage, no dents. The fuel tank still had a quarter full. The rear tires were slightly stuck, but the wheels were not embedded. A few tracks showed that someone had attempted to clear snow from behind the car using a branch. And here's the other thing. The doors were unlocked, the windows were rolled up, the ignition keys were gone.
And Madruga reportedly loved his car.
Yes.
to obsession.
He was like one of those guys that was like a car guy.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Like what Shania talks about in her song.
Yes.
He was very reluctant to let anyone else drive it.
Yep.
He didn't like cold weather or camping, and he definitely was not familiar with that area.
He definitely wouldn't have left the car.
No, he would not have, unless he absolutely had
right,
to.
Exactly. So we said so at the same time. Jinx.
The car had been driven like surprisingly cleanly, despite the roughness of the road too.
Yeah.
Which tells me that he probably was the driver.
And he was going slow because he didn't want to get the car dirty.
Yeah.
Yeah. So the discovery of the car really raised a lot of questions. The first one was, why were they even there?
Right.
None of the guys had any reason to be in the Plumas National Forest in the middle of the night.
70 miles in the wrong direction.
Yeah.
Kind of reminds me of Brandon.
A little bit.
Like they took a wrong turn and didn't realize it.
Yep. And there's people that wonder who really drove up the mountain. Some theories suggest that someone else might have been driving. They were being chased or followed, leading them to panic and drive up a dead-end road and just leave the car. I mean, the other thing was the discovery of the forest trailer. Was that there specifically to put people into? I mean, it's 20 miles north of where the Mercury Montego was found.
Right.
So they had to walk 20 miles to this trailer.
Well, there was a snowcat trail.
Yes.
So Forest Service's snowcat had traveled through the area shortly before the men disappeared. So they had created a packed trail.
Okay.
So they think that maybe they followed that trail.
That would make sense.
After abandoning the car.
Yep.
But who knows, really?
So the trailer was found by a group of motorcyclists who noticed a broken window, and they found Ted Weir inside the trailer. He had wasted away drastically. He weighed only about 100 pounds when he died, having lost for the love of Jesus and all things holy.
Let's just mention that this is like months later.
Yes.
Because they had to abandon their search.
Yep.
It was too, the winter was too intense. So this wasn't until June.
Yep.
That they found him.
So he had lost nearly half of his body weight. His beard was super long. Forensic examinations reveal he was there for at least 8 to 13 weeks after the group disappeared. His friends passed away much earlier from exposure and elements, and they were closer to the car. So, I mean, he survived alone in that trailer for up to 3 months. And due to the brutal cold, lack of footwear, his feet became severely frostbitten and gangrenous. His toes had turned black and started to decay.
Oof.
So his shoes were missing, but investigators found Gary Mathias's tennis shoes inside the trailer, suggesting that Mathias had been there too, and that Weir's feet may have been swollen so badly he couldn't wear normal shoes.
I mean, he could have been there, but Ted also could have just taken his shoes at some point.
I know. So the other part of that's weird is there was supplies. There was
so many supplies.
Yeah, I know. There was sea rations, freeze-dried fruit, and cans. Some of the sea rations had been opened with a military-style can opener, which aligns with Gary Mathias's Army background. But Weir himself barely ate. There was a propane heating stove with matches and a supply of wood. However, it was never used, and the matches were unused also. It looked like Weir relied entirely on piling blankets on top of him to stay warm. And also, just outside the trailer was a storage shed with extra food supplies and a fully functioning heating unit, but it appeared no one had attempted to use it.
Yeah, it was a Forest Service trailer, so it was fully
packed.
Stocked.
Yeah.
And it's like he had a break and just didn't understand how things worked.
Yeah, I feel like he had some sort of psychotic break and just didn't know.
But the fact that he survived as long as he did,
well, yeah,
I assume was only because he was even there.
I would think so.
I don't understand. There were even matches.
Yep.
He didn't use any of that. He opened and ate a few of the military ration cans.
Yeah.
And that's it.
That's it. So they think that Matthias stayed for a little bit and either wandered off into the wilderness
without his shoes
or attempting to go for help. Wiener was physically incapacitated by the severe frostbite, and with the cognitive limitations, he basically starved to death, unable to figure out how to use the heater and open the available food. I mean, when your brain gets that broken, you really just forget how to do the easiest things like opening a can of food or turning on a heater. And that's sad because he died.
Yeah. And he had all the resources he needed to survive there.
Yep.
And after he was found, and he, again, should have survived it.
He should have.
But after he was found, then they found Bill and the 2 Jacks in the surrounding wilderness.
Yes. Yep.
But they probably died from exposure and hypothermia.
Yeah.
Like, how did Ted get to this cabin where he could have survived?
I don't know. And did Gary follow him there, or were they together?
I mean, we still don't even know because we've never found him, so we don't have any evidence to even track back to him.
And what caused them to get out of that car and walk into the wilderness? Were they all having some sort of break?
What caused them to separate?
Right. They seemed like a really close-knit group of friends that, like, if you and I were lost in the forest, I'd make sure we didn't leave each other.
To be fair, you'd be attached to me.
I'd probably be riding your back. You'd be like, give me a piggyback ride.
You'd be like, can we build a sled for me to sit on and you just pull me? Because I know that it's the wilderness and this is your place, not mine.
No.
Although, I don't know if I want you in my passenger seat ever again.
That's a whole other episode on how Kristen is as a passenger in a car, because that doesn't fucking work at all.
Yeah, just have a conversation about you being a passenger.
Horrible.
Woo! She does know her way around the Twin Cities very well, but she doesn't listen.
No. No, because in my head, I'm just giving directions. I'm not thinking about, oh, there's a tunnel coming. Talitha doesn't like tunnels, but we have to go through it to get. Yeah, I wasn't thinking about it.
Yeah, I'm going to specify again. I have no problem with tunnels.
It's just
I hate that tunnel.
That tunnel. Yeah. So some of the theories about Matthias's whereabouts are succumbing to the wilderness, that after Ted passed away, Matthias, likely disorientated, deeply traumatized, and going weeks without a psychiatric medication, attempted to walk out of the mountain alone and fell down a ravine, a mine shaft, succumbed to the elements. You make up your mind what happened in the forest.
I mean, again, like Lars McTank.
Yeah.
We don't know where he is.
No.
We don't know if he came out of the other end of that fucked up forest, whatever, and is a totally different human being living somewhere where nobody knows him or knew his past. We don't know. He had military experience.
He did.
Even with his brain messed up.
Yeah, I think that would kick in.
That's still something that you would just automatically do, I think.
Yeah, I agree. Yep.
So, I mean, obviously there's the lazy response with people who just say, well, Gary must have did it because he's the only one we haven't found, and he has all that military experience. Yeah. He just killed everybody.
Yeah, but then you ask the question, why?
And not only that, but why did he let Ted live all that time and let him eat anything?
Well, yeah, and my question is, did they happen upon the trailer, or did Gary know that it was there already?
Did somebody who's not coming forward see them and bring them to the trailer, tell them he was going to get help and never came back?
Yeah. Of course, there's, foul play theories, just leading up to everything. They have officially listed the case as a missing person homicide investigation, as victims of a tragic chain of events involving potential criminal elements.
Potential.
So there's all kinds of other theories. They took a wrong turn. They abandoned the car they obviously abandoned the car.
Obviously.
The biggest, another one is the leader-follower dynamic. Gary was kind of the leader of the group.
Yeah.
So maybe he decided, we'll start walking for help. You guys just follow me. And then there's...
But why the fuck were they even there?
I don't know. I can't ask them. They're dead, and I don't know where Gary Mathias is. If I knew where Gary was, I would tell you why, but I don't know.
And she would be searching hard.
Fuck yeah, I would. And of course, there's the survival one, under extreme cold, hypothermia, proper winter gear, which none of them had.
No, because they weren't expecting to be traipsing 19 miles through the snow.
Yep. There's also thoughts that they were being chased and they were fleeing from somebody. They were escaping a threat. Like, under this line of thinking, they drove to the logging road to escape pursuers or were forced off the main road and then abandoned the car.
I mean, it's one thing that could make sense as to why they went out.
I don't know. That's the, it's you're left with all these theories
and
no answers.
Right. No evidence to prove or disprove any of them. Like, they walked that 19 miles possibly on that the snowcat tracks.
Mm-hmm.
And maybe they did that because they thought that track would lead them to help.
Perhaps.
So I can get that.
Yep.
I can understand them following the tracks, thinking maybe this will get us somewhere.
It was
1978, so it's not like they all had a cell phone on them to call for help.
Of course not.
And these are the hardest missing person cases because nobody has a real way to be tracked back then.
No, they don't.
And, if anybody wanted to know where we were right now, they could find us easily.
Mm-hmm.
Even without tracking us, probably.
Yeah, I mean, we stalk each other all the time.
Yeah.
It's just what you do.
Yeah, if she's not answering the phone for hours, I look to see where she is because that is unusual for her.
That was like Sunday. I slept all day Sunday. I think Saturday just took everything I had.
Yeah.
And that wasn't a bad thing.
I slept a good portion of Sunday too.
Yeah.
I did some work, but
yeah, I didn't even eat tacos. Dylan made tacos and he was like, do you want some? And I'm like, nope. I rolled over and went back to sleep.
Which is insane.
That's crazy.
Insane.
In the membrane.
Insane in the brain. I still don't have a singing voice quite.
No, you don't. Not
quite
yet. You're getting there. You're getting there.
My head feels like I'm underwater.
Well, my head feels like one of those watermelons that people are putting rubber bands on to see if it's going to explode.
Yeah. I'd almost rather. Can we switch?
Sure.
Because I would rather have just the headache.
Well, and you'd have a neurology appointment in October. So, I mean, there's that.
I mean, I could probably use a brain doctor.
Yeah.
Everybody could probably use a brain doctor.
There's that.
So, there is a theory that Gary did become confused or have a psychotic break and somehow influence the others to follow him through this crazy trek. Or, maybe they were trying to help somebody. Maybe they were following somebody. Maybe they went that direction because somebody told them they needed help with something.
It could be. And with the psychological issues and the disabilities that they had, and I think they were all genuinely good guys.
And would have helped anybody.
Would have helped anybody.
And who knows if somebody asked them for help and it turns out to be, they didn't really need help. They were just trying to.
And they might not have realized that. You know, it makes me think of the Criminal Minds episode with the pig farm where they kill the brother inside the tree. Like, he didn't fully understand what was going on. And they were trying not to shoot him. But of course, SWAT team did that. But,
And I'm guessing on that 20-mile walk, those first three probably randomly died at different stages through the walk.
Yeah.
Or just broke down and couldn't move anymore and they left them because they were already.
I mean, if you take this case and you put it up against my Dyatlov file, they are equally and oddly similar.
Yeah.
Maybe it was aliens.
I mean, The way that the Dyatlov bodies were found were slightly more confusing.
Yes.
Just because, like, their eyes
Yeah,
and
it
their
was
tongue,
weird.
and like that's
Yeah.
random, and they didn't seem to be animal related. For
No,
that.
they didn't.
So super weird, but
Yeah.
she got a really excited look on her face, so she already forgot what it was.
I forgot what I was going to say.
Yeah, I knew you already forgot.
It was something. What? Oh, it doesn't matter.
I mean, we know that Ted probably didn't leave the cabin because he was severely frostbitten.
Mm-hmm.
And
I don't think he could walk.
Yeah, he was probably incapable of walking at that point.
I think between the swollen feet and the frostbite and the hypothermia, I think his feet were super swollen and he just could not walk.
Yeah, and based on the evidence that they found, it does seem like somebody took care of him.
Yes.
For some of the time.
Yes.
Likely was Gary, since his shoes were left behind.
But why didn't they go for help?
Well, Ted obviously couldn't.
Well, obviously.
And then I'm guessing
Gary was too whacked out of his head.
Yeah, but again, just a guess. They did find a gold watch near Ted.
Interesting.
Yeah, family said it didn't belong to any of the 5 men.
I wonder if they still have the watch, if they could pull DNA off of it.
Well, investigators couldn't establish that it was connected to the disappearance. It could have belonged to a Forest Service agent, and it just happened to have been left behind. But a gold watch, I'd be going back and looking for that.
Well, and how often, if it was a Forest Service trailer, how often are they checking those? Because if they were in there for 18 to 13 weeks, that's a long time.
That's a long time. And finding this stuff, like the watch and the lighter wasn't theirs either. It doesn't prove that there was another person.
No, it doesn't.
It just proves that somebody else had been in that cabin at some point.
Correct.
So that doesn't help solve it all.
No, there's nothing that helps us at all.
There were later reports that men resembling members of the group had been seen at a store in Brownsville the day after the disappearance, possibly with another vehicle or person. Authorities investigated, but no sighting ever conclusively established that they had been there. So
see, that's what I hate about witness reports is half the time they don't make sense or they don't follow through. You think you're going to make a good witness, and then the police question you, and you're like, I think it was this color car, but I'm not really sure.
Right.
And in your head, you're like, I should know this. I looked at the car for like 20 minutes, but you don't remember.
So the questions I keep coming back to through this whole thing. First of all, why did they drive there at all?
Right.
Who was driving?
That's a good question.
Like, you'd think it's Gary because of how obsessed he is with his car and how clean they say it was driven. Like, without dirt dings, whatever. Right. And you know how easy it is to get your car dirty in the snow.
It's snow.
But not only snow, but they were also on a rocky road.
Yeah. Rocky road ice cream.
There goes the tangent.
Sorry.
Mint bonbon.
Yeah, of course you said mint bonbon.
Why did they abandon the car when it was still functioning?
Yeah, I don't get that. They weren't really stuck.
You wonder if they tried to turn it over and initially it didn't, and they just went, oh, it's broken. But who knows? What possibly frightened them enough for them to leave the warmth of the car?
Right.
So even if they didn't think that they could get it to turn over, like maybe it went the first time they tried and then, oh, it's broken. You can still turn it just enough for it to take power. And I think even back in 78, you could still do that.
I think so.
Well,
and even onto that, you know, if somebody's trying to get them, if somebody's got schizophrenia and they're having audible hallucinations, which I'm thinking Gary probably was.
Probably.
I'm wondering if he didn't say something like, there's somebody following us, we need to go.
And they trusted him.
They trusted him because they were so close.
Right. And that doesn't mean he's automatically having a psychotic break.
No.
He could be seriously thinking that.
He could.
So why would they not believe him?
Well, and schizophrenics, I would say 95% of the time believe their hallucinations are real and the voices in their head are telling them to do things.
Yeah. And did they really encounter this Joseph Jones?
See, that's weird to me.
Or is this just a story he told to be... A lot of times people will say that they saw somebody just to be a part of the case.
And here's my question. if you're having a heart attack, aren't you trying to like save your life instead of looking for another car?
I mean, if he saw the headlights and assumed he could get help, I get it, but I'd be like trying to.
I got a heart. Yeah, like I'm having a heart attack. Help me.
Like, did everyone initially travel together and get split up? Was there another car? I mean, this was the only one that we found.
That takes me back to Maura Murray. Was there another car?
Was there another car? Who really reached the Forest Service building and who really cared for Ted?
That's a good question.
Gary's shoes were there, but that doesn't necessarily mean that Gary was there. It just means that the shoes made it there.
And maybe Ted was wearing his shoes?
Maybe.
But then
because clearly something happened with his that his feet got as fucked up as they did.
His shoes weren't there.
No.
Okay.
No, just Gary's. And what if Gary was there? Where the fuck did he go?
Yeah, where is he?
Never been found.
No.
So was there another person? Was there really somebody following them? And maybe Gary wasn't having a psychotic break.
That could be very true.
Until he started to have a psychotic break.
Well, so, you need those meds.
You need
as
those
we
meds.
know.
So was it caused by just an ordinary random chain of reactions?
It could have.
Or was there an outside threat? We don't know.
I don't know.
And I don't know that we'll ever know unless maybe we do eventually find Gary. And I feel like if he's alive, we won't know probably until he's dead, or some random person that happened to know him when he was younger just says, hey, and then they test him.
And if he is alive, where is he living? What is he doing? Why does he not want to be found? Was there something before this event that he said, okay, I have to get away and this is how I'm going to do it?
Yeah.
I mean, there's so many whys. It could make your head go crazy.
There's physical evidence that explains like how they died.
Yeah.
But not why.
Why?
And I mean, evidence suggested that Ted survived weeks, possibly longer. But we don't really know what happened to him during that time there.
No, what was he doing?
We just know that he seemed to have survived this length of time longer. And some of that was probably just because he was in the building, in the cabin.
Yeah.
Because he clearly didn't eat a lot.
No.
And I'm wondering if he only ate while Gary was there to feed him.
Maybe.
Or whoever else, whoever that person was.
I mean, we don't know how dilapidated, that's a word, right?
Dilapidated?
Yeah, he was. Or like what's the word I'm looking for? Like how hurt he really was.
Right.
You know,
yeah.
if his feet were terrible and he couldn't get up and walk, it makes sense that he wouldn't get to the food or the heater.
Yes. Like, why didn't the person who took care of him try to at least have it? Maybe they did whatever they could when they left. But didn't they say like it was never used?
Yes.
You would think that person who was taking care of him would have at least had it functioning while he was there too.
And if it was Gary that put all the stuff in there before the event happened, I mean, you don't know. That could have happened also.
Yeah.
There's so many what ifs and
anything can happen. That's my best singing voice right now.
It's better than it was.
This whole story is definitely discombewilderment.
Discombewilderment is a good way to put it.
And I just have to say that Madruga's car was a turquoise and white Mercury Montego.
Ooh.
So I can see why he would be pretty obsessed with it.
I can too.
I bet it was fucking gorgeous.
I bet it was also.
And also why I believe he was driving.
Yeah. Oh yeah.
Because otherwise, who else is gonna care?
Nobody.
Like, if somebody knows that you're like that about your car, you're gonna try.
Yes.
But you're not gonna be the same as the person who actually owns and cares about that vehicle.
Nope, you're not.
You just you never really could be.
No, you couldn't.
So another case where nothing really makes sense.
Nope.
You can come up with every speculation.
There's 100 different possibilities.
And until or unless we find Gary,
we're never going to know.
We're never going to know. And even then,
we might not know.
No. Because if he's not found until today,
yeah.
And if he happened to have been alive all that time,
right,
that doesn't tell us anything except he survived. Because of course they can test to see
right,
how long, they can tell us how long ago it happened.
And if he is alive, he might not want to talk about what happened.
Right. Or he might not even remember, which is why he never came forward. He doesn't even know that it happened.
You have to wonder, though. I mean, it's a mental health issue.
And how many times do people go through traumatic things where they actually lose their memory and forget who the memory and just totally forget who they are. So all of it is just crazy. The first 3 dead, totally expected.
Yeah, it makes sense.
Walking through, not dressed properly, not prepared. How they got there, how the others survived as long as they did, where Gary went, makes absolutely no sense.
No sense at all.
To never find him when he should have been somewhere in that same area.
Yep.
And I also love that I'm sitting here using my hands.
Talking with our hands. Nobody can see you but me.
Nobody can see
Hannah can
me.
see you, but you know.
It's fine.
It's fine.
I am unsettled wilderness factor of 200.
Yeah.
Again, today it would be different.
It would be.
I feel like even cases like this, for the most part, the percentage of finding people is a lot higher today.
Oh, I think so too.
Even older cases, we randomly find people.
We do.
I see articles all the time. Missing person from 1950 found here and body identified.
Right. Well, technology has come so far ahead, and you know what we can do as far as forensic science is so much more in depth.
Right. So you think of watching Bones.
Yes.
And all of the unidentified remains that she had in there.
Crazy.
And that's real.
Yeah.
That's why we need forensic anthropologists,
yes,
honestly, so that we can identify these bodies.
Mm-hmm.
And like the people who do the models of faces on top of the skeleton to see what people would look like, they didn't really have as good of artists for that. Not that they didn't have good artists for that, but
it wasn't
a thing.
Mm-hmm.
And so luckily this happens less, but people still do just go missing.
I know.
And disappearing. We have no clue.
It's scary.
So that's our
12th episode.
There's our 12th. We made it.
That's crazy.
We made it.
Yay.
So it was pretty tragic though. I do hope that someday they find Gary.
I do too.
And at least come up with some sort of an explanation.
Yeah, something to give not only his family, but the others' families as to what happened, especially Ted's family. I think they're probably left with the most questions.
Yeah, because him and Gary make the least amount of sense.
Yep.
At 8 to 13 weeks, they say he survived.
Over a month.
Yeah.
Like 3 months.
Almost 2 months if he really survived the full 13. And that's a lot.
Mm-hmm.
And
well, it had to have been because
Ted was wearing
weight.
Someone else's shoes.
Ah.
So he did have shoes, not his own.
Where'd they go?
It just says Gary Mathias' shoes found inside and Ted wearing someone else's shoes. So I don't know.
Interesting.
But the skeletal remains of Madruga, Sterling, and Hewitt found scattered miles away. Mathias vanished without a trace. The town bully foul play theory. I don't know.
I don't know.
I don't know.
It baffles me.
There's nothing that I can think of that would break it open.
No,
all of the stuff could make sense.
It could.
All of the theories.
Yep.
Most of the theories.
Yep.
Could make sense.
Yep.
So
So that's season 1.
That's season 1. Thanks everybody for
thanks for
sticking out with us
listening
this long.
Hanging out with us and letting us be who we are as people and listening to us.
Yeah, I think it's helpful, just even though we're not face to face with people.
Yeah, it helps.
It helps just open up with everybody in general.
And
although Kissy barely talked a word to anybody on Saturday.
Yeah. But we have cases in the works for already season 2, and of course we're opening with Jacob.
We are going to open with Jacob. Do not be surprised if the Jacob episode is a little bit longer. Yep. It
touches close to home.
Yeah, it's very special to us. We've lived with it almost our whole lives. Yep.
I think it came full circle Saturday, for me at least, meeting Patty and, hearing her talk and how she's surviving. And it just gives me strength, I think, as a mom to know that
and thanks to her that you have more security.
Right. And I've never said stranger danger to them. I have always said to them, it's going to be somebody you know.
Yep.
So
and it is strangers occasionally. Like it was a stranger in his case. Yep. But most of the time it's not
somebody you know.
And so yeah, season 2 premiere with Jacob will likely be a bit longer episode.
But I think we have fun stuff that we want to do too for season 2.
Yeah.
And I'm not going to stop researching, you guys, so don't worry about it. I will be researching my ass off these 3 weeks.
Yeah. So we're going to take about a 3-week break.
Yep.
Give
our heads a little time to rejuvenate, and that was the word I was looking for in the car today. Rejuvenate, and I will find a place for my season 1 binder, and we get to start the season 2 binder.
I mean, I like Dylan's idea of the shelf.
I know. So go there. When I die, my kids will be able to be like, oh, well, look, remember when Mom did all this stuff, and
we got to sit and listen.
And Hannah will be like, okay, my turn to start.
Yeah. Hannah gets to take over the helm when we're done, right?
Gone. Okay.
She's already helped us with some topics for next season. So be prepared for some Hannah approved episodes.
I think we should have her on next season and let her talk about something a little, maybe do a missing person.
Or one of the topics that she picked. Yeah, she can research and join us.
What do you think, Hannibal? She's shaking her head yes. They can't see you, honey.
So, normally this is where we'd say see you next Tuesday.
See you in 3 weeks because the 3 starts with a T.
Yeah, but that doesn't fit the end.
See you.
CUNT, okay?
Okay, we got it.
See you in 3 Tuesdays. In the meantime, stay trashy.
Well, stay trashy.
Be kind.
Well,
stay kind. Yes, stay trashy and be kind.
And always have hope.
Oh,
always have hope.
Always have hope.
Have a great day. Bye.
Bye. Bye.
Passenger seating on 1A and